Maido, Japan fans! In today's show, we're going to talk about Hollywood and presenting. Present Master Shimashou. This is the 7th year for the Presentation Japan Series podcast. We are beaming around the world to you from sunny Minato-ku in Tokyo. And I'm your host, Dr. Greg Story, Dale Carnegie Tokyo franchise owner, the president of Dale Carnegie Tokyo Training, and the 3-time best-selling author of Japan Sales Mastery, which is Zaegyo in Japanese, Japan Business Mastery, and Japan Presentations Mastery, plus Stop Wasting Money on Training, which in Japanese is Training de okane o muda ni suru wa yamimashou, and all are available on Amazon. Through this podcast, I want to help you to become a better speaker, to be 1, clear, 2, confident, 3, persuasive, and 4, highly influential with those around you. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast with your family, friends, and colleagues. We are not being sponsored by Libsyn, but we value your privacy, which is why we have our podcast hosted by Libsyn. Unlike many other hosting organizations, Libsyn have a strict policy that does not allow access to your private information by anyone. Here is our daily podcast lineup on Apple Podcasts. Mondays, the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show podcast. Tuesday, the Presentations Japan series, and every second Tuesday, the Business Tatsujin no Oshie show. Wednesdays, the Sales Japan series. Thursdays, the Leadership Japan series, and every second Thursday, the Business Pro Podcasto show. Fridays, the Japan Business Mastery Show podcast, and Saturdays, Japan's top business interviews. Now, this is episode number 352, and today we're talking about have your presentation follow the proven Hollywood guidelines for success. When we're giving a public presentation, it is rare that we will be given carte blanche by the organisers to promote our product or service. That type of blatant self-promotion is frowned upon, and your reputation in the market will be negatively impacted. Great, but I want to sell more stuff. How can we promote ourselves without seeming to be breaking the boundaries of common sense? The hero's journey is a popular Hollywood trope, and it works extremely well for us when presenting. Let's begin with laying out the situation in the market. And at this point, we are describing what has gone before and what has been accepted as normal. Now we need to raise the stakes and jack up the tension for the audience so that they feel what they are hearing is worthwhile. We all love a warning about some impending disaster because we feel more protected and better secured to weather the changes. Most of us respond more easily to addressing our fears than maximizing our opportunities. As they say in the newspaper world, if it bleeds, it leads. Changes in the market can be good, of course, but we need to zero in on the negative consequences of the coming changes. We need to lay out what could go wrong and try to tie this back to the interests of the audience. If they feel this isn't going to affect them, then they have a minimal commitment to doing anything about it. This obviously requires some pre-research about who will be in the audience and what they're interested in. That should be standard procedure for any speaker. Storytelling at this point is a powerful tool. We can use the example of another organization and what happened to them because they weren't able to respond fast or thoroughly enough to the changes. We need to set the scene and put the story in a time frame based around a season and a place. If you introduce characters in the story who they will know, even better. Our object is to transport them to the scene which they can see in their mind's eye. If we can come up with a villain, all the better. It might be an actual person, or it could be a circumstance or a piece of technology. ChatGPT is performing wonders for a lot of writers at the moment as they blast out screeds of text full of doom and gloom and impending disaster. It makes for graphic reading, and we're all aware that this is a pivotal change, but we don't quite know the ramifications yet. This is enough to grab the interest of the audience. This is a gift which will keep giving for a long time, and so look for a constant flow of commentary on this subject. Find out more. We come back from the break. Today's show is brought to you by our public courses, but we also are doing custom in-house programs. We do them in both Japanese and English. We do them in our super safe classroom and live online. Our show today is being brought to you by, on the 26th of July, our Secrets of Human Relations program. On the 29th of August, we're doing Step Up to Leadership. And on the 30th of August, we're doing our Storytelling Seminar. Go to our website at www.dale-carnegie.co.jp. Lots and lots of value there for you. To do better in Japan, email me at greg.story@dalecarnegie.com. If you like learning by watching videos, then we have nearly 2,000 there for you on Tokyo, Japan, Dale Carnegie TV on YouTube. We release 3 TV shows every week on YouTube. The Cutting Edge Japan Business Show, that's the premier business show on Japan, every Monday, Tokyo time. Fridays, we have the Japan Business Mastery Show. And on Saturdays, we release Japan's top business interviews, where I interview leaders from small, medium enterprises all the way up to the corporate captains of industry on one topic, leading in Japan. Every second Thursday, we release the Business Pro TV show. Get my best-selling books on business in Japan, the Bible on selling, Japan Sales Mastery, Zaegyo in Japanese, Japan Business Mastery, Japan Presentations Mastery, plus Stop Wasting Money on Training, which in Japanese is Training de Okane wo muru ni sume wa yamemashou, and all are available on Amazon. Welcome back. After we've engineered a good dollop of fear to spread into the hearts of our audience, we need to relieve that tension with a way out. Now, we cannot just pound away with the negatives because that causes the audience to lose hope. We have to balance it out with a way forward. At this point, we may refer directly to a solution which already exists and which is available. That pivot, though, is in danger of crossing the line of self-serving promotion. It is better to talk about current research and progress in addressing the issue. The fact that you've identified the problem and that you are actively addressing it tells everyone you are the one to go to for help when they need to work on fixing this issue. Referring to your research finding is much better than referencing the product or service. It elevates the discussion to a point where your credibility is sky high, and yet there is no feeling of a bait and switch going on here. You lured the audience into this venue with a sexy presentation title, and then, when you had them assembled, you switched into a massive commercial for your product or service. And we don't do that. This is where the latest findings, complete with convincing statistics, etc., comes to the fore. You are not seen as someone organizing this presentation as a group prospecting exercise. Instead, you are seen as delivering a neutral explanation of things everyone should realize. People like to know about a problem, and even better, they like to know there is a solution at hand or under close development. When we outline the manner in which the problem will be dealt with, it gives off a tone of scientific breakthrough, and we like science more than we like being sold to. Being able to describe the likely events we will face and also the likely solutions is comforting for people, and they are keen to hear the detail. That engagement is what we want as the presenter, and we love it when everyone is hanging on our every word. That is a rare event, of course, but if we craft the story well, then that is a distinct possibility. We can paint a word picture of a future state with which everyone can identify. The outline of a better future leaves everyone feeling relieved. The journey from fear to freedom is important, and we finish off on this note so that the whole presentation apparatus is felt to be positive and worthwhile. We have sold them on our solution without anyone feeling they were being sold. Did you get value from today's show? If you did, then share the love around with your family, friends, and colleagues. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast. Until the next episode, go out there and apply the learnings from today and become a presentations legend amongst your circle. Thank you for joining me, and please tune in next week. Remember, I'm in your corner, committed to your success here in Nippon.